breaking me down, down, breaking me down. So I back up and leave in a hurry. One place too long, so worries me now, now, worries me now. Yeah, I know my way around a heartache. I felt what it does to my heart rate. I've seen what it does to my body, breaking it down again. There's no pain that feels quite like it, haunts me like a breathless quiet. I fear the empty silence now. Got ties, I don't want another heartbreak. I could be hurt again. Pack up and leave in a hurry. I could be hurt again, be hurt again. 'Cause when I love just a little, when the feelings come rushing in, then I run for the hills, not to be seen again.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another I'll Have You Know podcast with myself, Kev, and the man over there, Jace. Hello, Jace. How you doing, brother?
How are we doing, fuckers, Kev? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Been a busy week.
Yeah, you got
mentally
a new
and
job
physically,
title. How about you tell everybody?
Well, yeah, no, so I can actually say I'm a tattooist now, which is fucking awesome. So that's one step closer. So I've got a few things under my belt now, which is fucking great.
We all knew you were going to get it anyway, to be fucking fair. Let's face it. I mean, you're amazing tattooist.
I do genuinely appreciate that, man, and it means a lot to hear something like that. So to actually be on the road to being paid for it is a good thing, mate. That's the next jump. So it's like going through that financial struggle for the last fucking 2 years.
Honestly, I will happily pay you in hugs.
There might be more on offer there, dude. I'm not just a hugger.
Yeah, boy, we'll take it.
So like that's obviously a really good thing that's happened for me this week, and literally like we're on to the jump to the next level now. So good things are to come from me, definitely. How about yourself, bro? So you've had some good news as well, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I finally got offered a new place, so I've got a bigger place coming for the kids. It's been a year since the down spiral of my life, and everything seems to be getting back on track, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I think this is the thing that like I'm trying to get a point, like how we become, I think, so close is because we've both been through so much fucking shit, and we both bounced off each other for so fucking long to actually like what it's weird, like one of us is down, the other one's on a good, and it's like it's a complete fucking for I'm a Libra, mate, so we're on the scales, man. We're on the scales, and it just is it's a balance.
I think for the past 2 weeks it's been a 50-50 thing for me, with obviously me getting this new place, that's fantastic, but also the other shit that I was going through, the obviously, you know, yourself, the loss and all that crap, and the depression, but we're not going to get into that. What we are going to get into is our subject tonight,
which I'm really I'm genuinely really fucking excited and also nervous, but not no, I'm joking. I think this is genuinely good, and we're doing something a little bit new tonight as well. I know we talked about it before to a few people and in the last podcast and that, and we were gonna wait a little bit, but I think we just thought, fuck it, let's do this tonight and get the ball rolling, because I think a lot of people will genuinely enjoy this. But also, like, obviously we've got some people watching now. We really want some like audience interaction with this as well that we're doing tonight. So yeah, any questions, anything you want to ask for what's going on tonight, obviously we'll get into it a little bit more in a minute, but please honestly fill up the chat, because we would generally try and answer every question that's in there, if you get what I mean, and we'll try and get our point. Obviously, if it's inundated with messages, we can't answer everything straight away, so bear with us, but we will use the questions and answers for a reason, actually. So but yeah, so Jace, I'll let you explain what the fuck is going on tonight.
Okay, so you've been aware that we are wanting to progress the channel. Obviously, we do, and we're going to have special guests now and again. So tonight I have a special guest, and it's my dude Jarvis. So Jarvis, I'm not going to go into details of who he is, because I want Jarvis to tell you himself. So he's going to introduce himself. Any questions you have about him, he's going to answer it. It doesn't matter what it is, right? But his main feature and what he's going to be talking about tonight is aliens, extraterrestrials, everything about it. So if you guys have questions about it, answer it. Now, Jarvis does massive studies into this thing. He watches everything about it. He watches absolutely everything. So we're just going to cut that short, and we're going to go straight into to Jarvis. So bear with me. Let me just move my camera over, and we're going to get Jarvis into the shot. All right, 2 seconds, guys.
So what we're going to have a little bit of obviously like conspiracy stuff and all that kind of shit. So we want to get everything involved and get everybody involved with it. Me and Jason are going to ask questions anyway. We're going to get involved with it as well. But like I say, feel free to ask any kind of questions you want in the chat. It does help us. What's with the hat? What's with the hat? Is that to stop the aliens? Well, it doesn't look very tinfoily to me, Jarvis. Why haven't you got a tinfoil cap on at the moment?
I actually should make this a bit tinfoily, shouldn't I?
Yeah. We need one of those pointy tinfoil hats on.
I know. Because like gone the days when it was like, oh, like tinfoil hats will stop the radiation. You know what I mean? But no. In reality,
So first off, like obviously, Jarvis. First off, like tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself,
Right.
and
Okay.
before we get into this,
name-
I think.
My name's Graham Andrew King, right? But my nickname's Jarvis. I've been called that since I was like 10.
How did you get the name Jarvis?
When I moved up here from Glasgow, as a kid, you know, there was a series on TV called Johnny Jarvis, and basically I enjoyed it, and I was like, because I've got ADHD and that, you know, I was like, oh, did you see Johnny Jarvis last night? And like that, no, we didn't, Jarvis, right? And it kind of stuck, you know. So for me, it was like you know, like Jarvis, right? So, unfortunately, the police were like, where's Jarvis? Well, he ain't here. So you know what I mean? Go to another house. You know what I mean? This is my mum and dad. You know, but no, but you know, yeah. Jarvis is my nickname. Everybody knows me by it, but it's Graham. But
you prefer Jarvis, yeah, and it stuck with you, and obviously, like from childhood and stuff. I mean, I've gone through military nicknames and stuff like that, so I know exactly how you feel. You know what I mean? So, more people knew me as my military nickname than they did as my actual fucking real name. So I know where you're coming from in that aspect.
Well, I'm 25025174 Private King, first down Queensland Highlanders.
I learned two service numbers, mate. So I did two services. So I had two numbers.
Respect you, sir. Respect you, Kev.
Respect to your back, man. Respect to your back.
No. Better respect you, sir. Because
How long did you do in the army?
I'd done 6 years, Kev.
6 years is long enough, mate. So long enough to know some
Kev,
shit and see some shit, bro. So
That was enough.
do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I say, 6 years is long enough to learn something, go through something, and you know, see some shit as well. So fair play to you, my friend.
Yeah.
What was my nickname, Charlotte? It was Brad, believe it or not. My surname's Bradbury, so I had the Brad thing. So I went through 17 years of being called Brad. And
that's cool. That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's really weird. So like when I left the forces, it was very much like weird to hear my actual real name. And I couldn't kind of cope with it, if you know what I mean. I was like, that's like, people would say my real name, I'd be like, what the fuck who are you talking to? Like, you know what I mean? But it's all right now. I'm sorted with it. But yeah, sorry, like go on for it then. Go for it, mate. Carry on.
Well, you know.
So you moved up from how old were you when you moved up from Glasgow?
Well, I was born in Glasgow. I was brought up in London, right? And I came up here when I was like about 11, right? Okay. So then obviously joined primary school here, and then obviously, you know, I didn't do too well in school, right? And
majority of us didn't, mate.
You know, he says, "What are you gonna do, man?" I said, "Well, I'll join the fucking army." Yeah. And he goes, "Well, you fucking better." Because you're fucking, you know, you got no qualifications, so you have to do something. So I joined the army, you know.
How old were you when you joined the army?
I was 19. I
was 19 when I joined up, mate. I was 19 when I first started. So I you can see where you're going, man.
I think that was the best age to join, you know. You know, when you're just,
it's like you've seen a little bit of life, and then it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So you've had your little bit of partying with your mates, and then it's time to fucking join, you know?
It's like it's time to scoot the fucking nut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How was the run up to your, like, how was your youth, your growing up? What prompted you mostly to join the army? And, you know,
just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like in primary school, especially having an English accent, right? To be honest with you, right? And I don't mind seeing this online, because I know bullying's a big thing in everyday life, you know. Right through primary school, right through secondary school, I was bullied because I had an English accent, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, that was bottom line, right? And I did, right? So it was like fight or flight, you know what I mean? And generally it was flight, right? But then I thought, no, fuck this, right? Right. So I joined the army, came back on leave. I had I'm not trying to be smart here, but I had a list of people who bullied me badly, and I had to get them back. Right. And I did get them back. Right. I did get them all back. Right.
However, did you feel like revenge was the best way to fucking sort your head out, or?
It was like, because I was badly bullied, to be honest with you. Right. I was badly bullied. Right. So I thought, I need to get these guys back. Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll still happen. You know what I mean? If I don't get these guys back, these guys will see me, right, and they'll probably still try and just sort of do what we're doing then, you know what I mean? So basically, I nipped it in the bud, but I didn't take it any further. I just nipped it in the bud and says, look, I'm not to be bullied. I'm a nice guy, but if you push me, then I'll defend myself, sort of thing. And it was as far as it went, you know. I'm glad, you know, but they got the message, which was good. I mean, nobody wants to be bullied, you know, just because they've got an accent or, you know what I mean? You know, it's stupid. You know?
I understand that, mate. And I expect, like, when you join the forces, it was a completely different atmosphere where you don't get bullied for your accent, basically. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's a lot of banter that goes on in the forces, and there is bullying that goes on in the forces and stuff like that. But
yeah, definitely. You know what I mean?
It's a different kind of fucking aspect of it, if you get what I mean. So, yeah, that is spelled right. That's how you spell it. Is that how you spell your nickname?
There, 100%. You know, and you know, and yeah. Part of it is to toughen you up, right? But part of it is not, you know what I mean? It's like no bullying should be there to toughen you up, right? The training should toughen you up, you know what I mean? But you get, you know, there is that element and they think it's to toughen you up, but it'd be classed as bullying, you know?
Well, I was always taught, like, when I got to a level where I could do stuff and, you know, you are helping people out and stuff, it was, it wasn't necessarily bullying, it was pushing people to their limits to see if they could cope with the pressure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it could come across as bullying to a certain, you know, behind closed doors, there's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of racism, there's a lot of shit that went on in the forces. But like the training wise was very much felt like bullying, but it wasn't. It was that pressure thing. It was to see if you could cope under pressure. You know,
that's right.
If things came to the things where it's life or death, could you deal with it? And they had to eliminate the weak. You had to eliminate the weak and keep the fucking strong.
I agree with that so much because there's nobody having a guy there who cannot handle his weapon because he's like, you know what I mean? That's no use.
Exactly.
You need someone there that can, like, calm. He can go calm. He can do his job, and he can, like, either, you know, save his comrades or not save them. And I would be the guy that wanted to save my comrades. I would die trying to save my comrades.
That's where you become a keeper
every time. You know. So yeah.
So you did the forces, you came out and what was
worked in sports shops and all that sort of stuff, retail sort of, you know what I mean, sort of surroundings, Kev. Done a bit of door work like you and Jace, not as intense as you two, but done a wee bit, you know what I mean, good guys, good sort of like camaraderie. Then from that I just moved on to like sort of like construction and sort of, well, construction, scaffolding, and just basically loads of fishing and basically enjoying the Highlands, you know, because we've got so much to offer up here.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful
for your mental
place.
health, you know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Definitely a beautiful place to live. I did a lot of time up in.
Sorry, Kev. We've got one.
No.
Straight on. Like, obviously, they're all interested, right? One of the viewers is asking how you got into aliens. So, what prompted you to get into the idea of aliens, belief in aliens? Tell us about that shit. Like, tell us everything about it. Whatever you need to tell us.
Right. Okay. Right. Aliens. Right. I've always felt inside myself, right, that there's more to the big picture that we're getting told, right? Right. I think we all feel that as a human race that we're being lied to, right? And I will go as far as to say that we feel like we're being lied to, right? And I do think that we are being lied to, right? By especially the British and the American government, right? For one, right? I think that they have technologies which are way ahead of what we could even imagine, right? Almost like Star Trek, right? That would be the only way to describe it, right? I believe that they do have technologies which are way ahead, right? But obviously, if they were to reveal it to the world, it wouldn't benefit them, right?
I think what you're looking at is like the whole, if we were to tell the world that there was aliens and there was a lot of life forms and stuff like that, the world wouldn't be able to handle that fact.
I would agree with you, Kev.
And it would cause fucking ultimate chaos.
It would cause havoc with some people.
On the idea of technology, right? What So this question is mainly because of something that I seen the other day. So, time travel. What's your intake on time travel? And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's certain videos that has emerged, including a fight with Mike Tyson, where the crowd have been using like an iPhone sort of thing. Now,
I've seen
iPhones
that.
haven't been obviously back then.
Mental, eh?
Yeah. So, what's your script?
See,
on that? Do you think
I've
it's
got a
valid
little
video?
thing. Sorry to butt in. I've got a little thing about that Mike Tyson thing where they were proved that it wasn't an iPhone. It was actually a video camera that was being trialed or something. Now, this could be again, this could be bullshit. Them trying to talk us away out of the time travel.
speculation to cover up their shit.
But I will find the link to it and I will send it over to you at some point. But there is actual like kind of proof that it wasn't an iPhone or a smartphone, to say the least. So, but that's my theory. See, this is the thing. I'm a believer, but I've also got the skeptical side of things. You know what I mean? If there's proof behind it, and I see it, then I tend to go the science.
I'm totally with you, bro. I believe, right? I do believe, right? With what I've studied, right, that time travel is the least most complicated technology that we have discovered. Trust me, that is nothing, right? You know, it goes back to, you know, like that film Stargate, right? Right now, they have found Stargates in Egypt, right, which were missing a certain part, right? Now, I believe that they found these parts, right? I believe that they've mastered time travel a long time ago, okay, right? Back in the Einstein days, right? I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but I believe that they have, right? Going back to the evidence that I found, right, which is massive, right? It's like the anti-gravity stuff with the Nazis, right?
The what?
The anti-gravity.
Nazis.
Yeah, we mastered.
What's a Nazi? Like,
well, Hitler and that, you know.
oh, the Nazis.
Yeah.
Right.
With the Germans,
Okay.
geez, right? Apparently, we mastered anti-gravity in the 1940s, right? We're now 2022 nearly, right? So where is our anti-gravity now, right? See all these like spaceships people are seeing, and people are seeing UFOs, right? Everywhere, all over the world, right? I mean, come on. Yeah, there's a lot of it is absolute bull, but we know what's the like 5% that's not bull. That's what I'm really interested in, right? And I strongly believe that there's a breakaway civilization, right, out there, basically, that have got no limits on the cosmos or space, right? Right? They don't run with the normal government, right? I believe that there's a breakaway civilization a long time ago, way past.
When you're talking about the aliens in the government, is that like the what are the skinwalkers and the lizard people? That's that sort of thing. I remember you talking about that.
Right. When I say aliens, right, I mean right aliens that look just like me and you.
Mexicans.
Shapeshifters.
No, Kev, honestly, right? Kev, they look just like me and you, Kev, right? They're called like there's Nordic blondes, right? Okay, right. They're just like us, right? They look just like us, Kev, right? There's no difference, right? But you get reptilians, you get greys, and you get tall greys, and you get small greys. But I believe that these small greys are like an android type kind of worker force, right? Which makes sense, you know what I mean? You know, but highly evolved androids, highly evolved. I mean, like, you know, and when I say this, I don't say this lightly. I say this because I've studied like files upon files upon files upon files, which I've managed to get into. A woman called Linda Moulton Howe. She's well known. She talks about Psalm 101. It's like a file for Majestic Eyes Only, which was basically MJ12, which were like the group that were left in charge of extraterrestrial cross retrieval. And basically, whenever they got anything that came down, right, they would cordon off the area. They would bring in all this sort of debris to try and reverse engineer what they could get, right? But at that time they couldn't do much because technology was too far behind because of their technology was so great that so they had to put it on a shelf and then sort of come back to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we're at a stage now where we're starting to come back to this stuff now, right? And we're starting to learn how it works, where it's from, and you know what it does. And I'm talking about anti-gravity, right? It's not much, really, you know. See when you say anti-gravity, that's not much really. All that is, right, is a machine which can defy gravity.
So anti-gravity.
Anti-gravity.
My auntie's a cunt.
My auntie's a cunt too, Jace. But honestly, I believe, I strongly believe, I put my life on the line, Kev, right, that we have anti-gravity spaceship in our arsenal, right? But we will not let it be known right now, right?
Okay.
See that whole Belgian wave, you know, that sort of triangle sort of shape, sort of craft.
Yeah, there was one there. Like there was loads of different people that seen something like that, or yeah.
You know, like that Belgian wave, right? And it was like it's all like it was triangle, and it had like a kind of heat source in the middle, and then on the points it was like a sort of heat source too, right? That is what's called an MFD, right? Which stands for MFD, right? Is basically 2 seconds.
That's right.
Right, MFD, right, is a mid-field disruptor, right? Right, it's a disruptor for the atmosphere, right? And it runs at 360,000 atmospheres, okay, of it's like a plasma core, sort of like generator, right? Right, and when it runs at a certain speed and a certain velocity with electricity getting pumped through it, right? It will produce an anti-gravity effect, right?
Right.
Okay. It's called MFD technology, right? And it has been proven that this works. Now, I'm not talking about lies here. This is fact, right? This shit is happening. It's happening right now. Come on. I mean, look how advanced we're becoming. We really are.
Do you know that I was going to bring this up, mate? The fact that over the last 100 years, how well, no, let's say 150 years, right? The advancement in technology and everything over the last, say, 40 years has been insane. Compared to 150 years to 100. Do you know what I mean? That say like each 50-year gap.
Yeah.
We made more progress in 50 years than they had back then, you know, and obviously there's a lot more that people are learning and shit. Like I get that, do you know what I mean? But it's rapidly increasing. And I think, again, like talking about the whole with aliens, you know, we can't release aliens because of too much fear. There's a lot more technology that's behind that they will not release yet because it's too advanced for what we can deal with right now. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think we should be scared of aliens. I really don't think.
I hope not. I because I am a believer. I genuinely hope there's something out there. Do you know what I mean? Because if it's just a planet, man, fucking hell.
I do believe that there is aliens out there, right? Somewhere. I mean, there's a fucking how many galaxies, how many universities? You know, like there is other life forms out there.
How can we be the only
exactly.
On the fucking,
I don't believe that an advanced civilization wants to come to a cesspool like Earth when we are living here, absolutely destroying every second of it.
Yes, thank you.
There's no need to be killing and destroying plants and trees, and then scientists thinking, well, actually, we can clone them, so it's okay. It's not okay. You're not getting the exact same ramifications of it.
Exactly.
You know, animals, vegan and stuff, everything narrows down to the fact that humans destroy everything. So why would aliens want to come here other than our absolute sexual aurora?
Yeah, but are they looking at us as an idiot source? It's almost like a big brother, you know. How fast can they destroy their planet themselves? You know what I mean?
I believe
we here for viewing pleasure.
I think we are cows or sheep, and they are the shepherds.
I believe that aliens, right, do not have a soul. I believe that we have a soul, right, and when we die, our soul goes to wherever it goes. So 2 seconds. Hi, Mags. How you doing, Jarv? Mags. Charlotte has just asked in the chat, right? Didn't Stephen Hawking warn us not to make contact? Did you see that part? Yes, I did. So what's your intake on that?
Oh, it's frozen. Sorry, guys, it seems to have frozen at the minute. Give us 2 seconds and hopefully we can jump back in. If not, you're going to be talking to me for a little bit. Obviously, this is going the way we kind of want to go. There's a lot of interesting things. There's going to be things in here that people aren't going to believe. There's going to be things here that people will believe and stuff like that. You know, some things you might find humorous, some things you might find actually, I believe this shit and stuff like that. So again, don't be afraid to put this in. Why don't they have souls? We'll get onto that in a minute. We are going to have to take a little break at some point, so it might be wise if we just have a quick break now. Yeah, hold on. We will sort this out, guys. Technical issue.
like I do. No one else can do it like I do. No one else can do it like I do.
And we're back. Sorry about
Right,
that, guys.
So it turns out that the government was probably watching us, shut down the computer. I don't know what was going on, but you know what? We're going to defy the government. We're going to defy everybody, and we're going to push on. So the last question that was asked to Jarvis was about Stephen Hawking's not wanting us to contact the aliens. So we've got a hand over to Jarvis on that. But also another viewer said about the Georgia Stones, I think it was. What was it called?
Yeah, Georgia Stones, yeah.
Georgia Guidestones. So
yeah.
what we're going to do is I'm going to
And also, Jarvis was talking about souls as well. Why doesn't he think they've got souls as well? That's what we want.
2 seconds, Jarv.
Right. Basically, like from what I've learned, right? I really
Come over here a minute. That's it there. But
So
that
we
was-
say a bit obsessed about the whole thing, right? But like, see the Georgia Guidestones, I find them extremely fascinating because they have been built to withstand a nuclear holocaust, right? And they have all the information on that stones, right, to start off civilization again. And they say that the amount of people on this planet should only be 8 million, right? Now we're getting on for 9 billion, right?
Yeah, well, there's 8 million in the UK alone, isn't there?
Well, exactly. Thank you. Right. Kev, you're bang on, bro. Right. So basically, right, we're well overpopulated. We know that, right? Now, see all this COVID nonsense, right? Right now, you know, any guy with kids, any man with a family, we know what the government are up to with this whole COVID thing, right? Need I say? I'm not even going to say it, right? But we know what they're up to, right? It's all about decreasing the population of the planet, right? Of course it is, right? It's well overpopulated, right? I don't agree in their tactics, okay, at all. I don't agree in their lies at all. Stephen Hawkins, wow, that guy, what a clever man that was.
Can't be that clever. Can't die and couldn't get up the stairway to heaven.
Well,
For God's sake.
I love his, you know, he's such a sensitive guy, you know. That's why I love him. No, Stephen Hawkins, right? Okay, really smart guy, right? Yeah, obviously he was a bit, you know, disabled and what have you. However, he did say,
Disabled. Sorry, that a bit disabled.
do
Sorry,
not,
no, that's great. Yeah,
do
carry
not
on.
get too frisky with old extraterrestrials, right? Because you might bite off more than what you can chew, right?
Okay, so the way that you said that there, are you saying that Hawkins was molested and now he can't walk because of it and the aliens just fucked him?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
Jason.
actually, fucking Hoskins was well molested by the aliens. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? You know what I mean? He was probably getting
Was it probed? Is that what you call it?
I bet he was getting well probed. Yeah,
Probed.
he was probably enjoying it. The fucking pervy old man. However, you know, he spent his last days with Match Vibrations. He probably enjoyed it. You know, I don't know, but no.
Actually, what? So right, okay. So on that note, right, what's your thoughts on the fact that? Do you think that? Okay, so obviously you believe in aliens, yeah. Do you think they actually come here and decide, like, we're either a cattle or sexual, just whatever, and probe us? Like, what's your thoughts on that? Why would you do that? And what's your thoughts on it?
Right. Brilliant question, Mr. Gorman. Right, and this is a question I wanted. Why would I think aliens are here? Why do I think aliens are even bothered about us? Why should they be bothered about us? Well, I'll tell you this, right? I'll give you two very good examples, right? Why aliens are bothered about us, right? There was in 1974 at Malmstrom Air Base, right, in Montana, which is a nuclear site, right? The guard reported these like bright orbs above the camp, right? This is one of the most famous sightings on record, right? There's like bright orbs right above the camp, okay? Right, this is a nuclear silo, right? Next thing that they know, right, is that all the nuclear missiles, right, and there was 8 of them, all got shut off at the same time, one by one, right? Now, nobody can do that, right? But guess what? They done that. Why did they do that? Because they are trying to tell us you need to stop letting off nuclear explosions, be it controlled or non-controlled, right? Because every time you blow up a nuclear bomb on this planet, it goes through the universe, right? Into multiverses, into whatever, right? And it actually damages other civilizations, and it does.
So someone there in the comments has just put VarkTech. Does that mean anything?
Vortec.
VarkTech.
No, but that sounds quite interesting.
Right. Okay.
Vortex sounds quite interesting, right? You know, But what I do know is that every time we set up a nuke, it goes into the stratosphere and it keeps going. And it's not good for other civilizations that might be out there, right? Which they now know that there's more planets that are in the habitable zone, just like Earth, than there is grains of sand on the whole of this planet. So you work that out, right? There's billions of planets out there, just like this one, right? That could sustain life. I'm not saying they do, but could sustain life, right? So every time we set up a nuke, we could be damaging them or us, or, you know what I mean? Just, you know, it's not a good thing, right? So you got Maelstrom Airfield Base, right? Now that's only one, right? You've got the most famous one, right? Which was RAF Bentwaters, right? Which was Suffolk, England, 1978, right? You've got a colonel, you've got about 15 guys of high ranking that witnessed this, right? They had a radio recorder, they recorded everything, right? They actually had radioactive recordings from where the craft was seen. They thought it was a downed aircraft, right? So they went running into the woods, right? And what did they find? They seen these lights, right? And they seen this triangle craft, right? Okay, only maybe 9 feet by 9 feet, right? And a triangle sort of shape, right? And it was like, the way they described it was like glass. I mean, touched it, it was like multi sort of colored, you know, really advanced sort of technology, right? And it was like hovering above the ground, right? And one of the guys, he actually touched the craft, right? And he got what he said was like a download into his brain, right? So he went home and he wrote this down on his notebook, right? And it was ones and zeros, right? Binary code, right? They actually done that binary code, right? There was people that actually put that through a computer, right? And they worked out what that binary code said, right? And basically what it said was, in a short term, right, for us guys here, it said, look, for further human development, right? We are here, basically, you know, obviously monitoring you guys, right? Blah 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 blah. We don't agree with all this nuclear testing, blah blah blah. But we are you, you are us. Be it they are time travelers. I don't know. I would love to know. I'm fascinated, right? Hence why I know this stuff, you know. But basically, they are us, we are them, blah blah blah, and they're not happy with the way that we're being on this planet, right? We need to fucking shape up, you know what I mean? Because I don't believe that they're here to harm us. I believe that they're here to help us grow, and they want us to join them in space as a, you know, like,
So
it's like Star Trek.
yeah, but going back to the theory of like what you said, like we've got souls, they haven't. Where were you going with that?
Right. Yeah, we've got souls, right? Because we're humans, right? I believe a lot of these alien encounters, right? And people talk, you know, like these grey sort of like bug-eyed sort of creatures, right? I believe that they are like basically like androids of a very high, like really advanced androids. I believe that they are androids, right? And that they are like a worker force for a higher intelligence, right? Which is basically putting them out into the cosmos, right? To find habitable planets, right? Obviously, Earth is the pearl of planets, right? I mean, Earth is so, when you look at Earth, it just screams life, right? I believe,
To be fair, in my opinion, what it screams now is death and control. To be honest, not only are we all dying and killing each other and destroying the Earth, but the government are trying to put us under control.
I agree with that, right? I agree with the government, right? Listen, right? Don't get me started on the government, right? I can't stand.
Well, actually, I tell you what, that for anybody that's enjoying this podcast tonight, we could possibly talk about that on another podcast and get you back for that.
Yeah,
If you'd be up for that, of course.
I'll be up for that. I really see the government, see the lies that they've been telling us. It just really doesn't resonate with me at all.
Well, that's definitely something to chat into.
You know,
So another Alice, actually, she's in the chat. She asked about the Georgia Guidestones.
right? The Georgia Guidestones, right? Nobody knows who actually put them up there, right? Nobody knows who built these things, right? but they have all the information on them to start civilization again. Had, you know, if there was a nuclear war, let's just say there was a massive nuclear holocaust, right? That stones are designed to be there and withstand that, so we can like get information off the stones and start over, right? And it says that the population of the planet should be 500 million. We're at 9.5 billion plus, right? You know, so it's like we're overpopulated, right? We all know that. I'm not saying like kill us all off. I'm saying let's work together as a species to make this right. That's what I would love. And if there is extraterrestrials out there, right, make yourself fucking known, man. Come on, the fuck, man. Right, we're screaming out for your help. Yeah, I believe there's a breakaway civilization. 100%. I believe that there's so many lies, and you know, they're sitting on technologies which they don't want us to know about, right? I believe that as well. But I believe that we should have total transparency with everything, right? To become like a good human race, right? We should all know exactly what is going on, when it's going on, why it's going on, right? And if we know that, then we can like come forth to become a better.
But don't you think that would push to mass hysteria? To say, because not a lot of people can cope with this kind of stuff. Not a lot of people can deal with knowing too much. Do you get what I mean?
Some people couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
That's why I think they would need broken down softly. I.e. like podcasts like this, Kev. Right.
But do you not think that's what's happening right now? Like there is being stuff released, like it's snippets. They're trying to slow. Yeah, that's
on the aspect of aliens. You said about the aliens have to kind of
100%
themselves, show themselves. Yeah, that's what you say.
I mean, I look at like civilization and like aliens and stuff. I mean, there was a good film that obviously it led on to something else, but the film Prometheus by Ridley Scott. You know, the aliens.
Amazing.
I fucking love
Watched
that film.
it 50 times, Kev.
Dude, that film is phenomenal, and the whole way it works, man. That's where the whole.
The engineers.
The thing is, right?
Yeah.
Prometheus was it's a prequel to the Alien franchise, isn't it?
Yeah. That's exactly it. But it's not just the alien creatures. It's more about the creators.
Engineers.
The engineers, the creators, and stuff like that. And that's
engineers.
Yeah.
I would go far as to say, Kev, right? You know, I would go as far to say that that what Ridley Scott made that engineers look like, I reckon that's what they were like. How's that grab you? I reckon
what 9 foot fucking people, do you know what I mean? Like,
or 10 foot people.
There's a big belief that there was giants, wasn't there? There was a big belief that there was giants many fucking years ago.
It goes back, right? They were called the fucking Nephilim, right? They were called the Nephilim, right? Because the gods came down from heaven, right? And they found women and men so attractive, right? So they had sex with the women and the men, right? Right? Okay, right? And they produced a race of giants called the Nephilim, right? Now, I believe that the Nephilim were the engineers in Prometheus, right? Right? Or something of them, right? Right? Because they were giants, right? And they were like, 10 feet tall plus, right? And they were, highly technological, but they had an agenda. And it certainly wasn't fucking us, trust me, right?
No.
They realized that we were a violent race, right? Which we fucking are, right? We are a violent race, right? And it baffles me, right? Right?
On the course of violence, right? What do you think about so Donald Trump, obviously he's not president now, but he was president. Now, he tried to start up, and I'm not sure if it's still a thing. I'm pretty sure the Americans are still doing it right now, but the new Space Force, and have to protect our planet, protect our galaxy. Now, Donald Trump did that as soon as he became president. Now, he was always skeptical about the idea of aliens and this and that and blah, blah, blah. He's always been about money, but as soon as he became president, one of his main agendas, other than obviously the wall, was the Space Force. Now, he obviously looked at files which prompted him to build that. Now, what so if we have a Space Force,
honestly,
what do you think?
Just going into that for a bit of humor style, wouldn't that be like the first thing that you look at if you were
very
president?
good,
right?
Yeah. very, very good assumption, Mr. Gorman, right? I'll tell you what, I think all these presidents, right, including Trump, they all know we are sitting on technologies which are way, way above our pay grades, right? And they do not want to release it because they think that we couldn't handle it, right? Well, guess what? I think the half of us could, and half of us couldn't handle it, right?
On the idea that I think the only president that didn't really have the idea of aliens behind him was Abraham Lincoln. And that's mainly because he was an apparent vampire hunter.
Aye, right, okay, right, yeah, right. I believe in vampires, I believe in demons, I believe in ghosts, I believe in it fucking all.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I do not believe in, right? Until you can prove me wrong, especially like vampirism, for you know, I mean, come on, there's so many cases, you know, yeah.
Someone in the chat that's just so obviously on that aspect of belief have said Santa.
Who's to say he isn't real? Who's to say? he isn't?
Okay, so here's my view on the idea of Santa, right? I believe Santa is real, and I'll give you the exact reason as to why. Jeff Bezos has Amazon under his thumb. Now, not only does he create mass amounts of let's say presents, right? He also has his wee magic elves that deliver it, which is the wee drones. So in retrospect, Santa's real in the form of Jeff Bezos being a small little bald man that's went to space once.
Thank you. I agree with you, right? And now, right, you got him, you got Richard Branson, right? And you got all the rest of these like really wealthy people, right? Why the fuck are they fucking about in space in little fucking stupid spaceships, right? When they should be building a proper spaceship, right?
Well, look at
that. Stretch has just put that in. Like, you know, Elon Musk. Now,
Yeah.
I think Elon Musk is a genius. I think he's a fucking something about this guy that I just like. Do you know what I mean? And he looks like he's trying to go down this alien route to a certain extent.
100%, Kev. I love the guy. I love him. I love
Genius,
everything he
man.
stands for. The guy's a genius.
Well, look at
Yeah.
what he named his daughter. It spelled like Hickory Dickory Duck or some shit. I don't know. It was fucking a bunch of letters and numbers and shit. Like, it was like a dodgy computer code that some cunt downloaded a dodgy porn code. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like he's come, Kev. It's like he's come here for a reason to help humanity progress to the next level, right?
Stretch
Right.
just said, "Is Elon Musk an alien?" This
I think he is an alien. I've said this to Jason a few times, right? And Jason's like that. He's kind of nodded, like, you know, he sort of looked at me. He goes, "Hi, Jarv." You know what I mean? Because like I'm always talking aliens to him, like, you know what I mean, every day. Every day he gets aliens, right? And he's like, "Jarv, I okay?" Now I go, no, not I okay. It was Jason, trust me, they're fucking here, bro. They're here, they're watching us, they're in amongst us, right? They are, trust me, they are, right? They have the technology to blend in with us, right? They do, right? If they wanted to destroy us, they'd have done it long ago, right? They don't want to destroy us. We are their children. I know it sounds fucking stupid, right? But like we are their like science project or whatever you want to fucking call it, right?
or we can go a little darker and say that we are their cattle.
Aye.
They're breeding us. They're letting us breed. They come down every now and again as a culling. They take whoever we need to take, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe the elitists are the shepherds. And the reason why they've released the COVID and every other disease is taken every 100 years is to thin down the weak and create a strength of superiority throughout the human race.
100%.
For the idea of aliens hunting us, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you've seen
Yeah,
Predator, you've seen Alien. It's there.
Now, see these Predator films. I tell you what, I love them, but they're when you watch them, there really is something behind it which like really sits with me. It's like you know, just what you say there, the weak, you know, the weak from the chaff, right? They want the strongest, right? And they want, you know, like, you know, the ultimate race, you know, to be, superior throughout the cosmos, right? Now, let's say, right, not every planet is like Earth, right? I think maybe Earth is the start of the whole story. Do you understand when I say that? When I say that, right, when you look at the age of the universe, right, and how long, right, and we're talking like it's crazy amounts of years, right? I think, what if Earth is the start of this story, right? And that we are the start of this story, and then we are gonna go, go out, to Mars. Yeah, I believe that we can do that, right? Right, and then we're gonna progress from there, and I mean, what if we
So
are
what
the
do you-
aliens?
What do you think about the whole like the pyramid thing and stuff like that?
I think
The
it's
pyramids.
fascinating. I think
I
how
genuinely think it's fascinating.
well, I think how could a civilization, right, that was supposed to be fucking living with bread and water, right, build such fucking complex structures that are bang on true north, right, and the same as the Pleiades star system, right?
I can answer that with their hands.
Right, right. Such and such large blocks, right? Come on, such large blocks, right?
Yeah.
Such large blocks, right? Now, like, see the pyramids. When the pyramids were the pyramids, they were so beautifully done, right? Like that they would shine off the sun, right? Right. See what I believe. Now, this is what I believe. I believe that water would come down from the Suez Canal, right? Water would come down from the Nile, right? And it would go in and it would cause a vibration within the pyramid when they were properly constructed, okay? And it would cause a vibrational, because it's like quartz. You know how crystal has a resonance, right? And it would cause a vibration, right? And it would cause an electro kind of sort of like static, you know what I mean? It was like they
Like
were
a
like a power
magnetic
grid.
field.
They were like, yeah. And they're on ley lines because they're built on ley lines on the planet, right? The pyramids are on ley lines, right? This has been proved, right? They're on ley lines, right? And there's other structures, Stonehenge, all these structures are all on ley lines. They're not just built on a random, right? They are built on a specific place for specific reasons. And I've been studying this for years, right? So I say to myself, why are they built on these ley lines? Why are they built on these places, right? There's reasons for it. And I'm serious here. I'm not fucking joking here, right? I'm so serious about this. You've got no idea, right? It obsesses me. I can't sleep at night, right? Right? They are, and there's so many other structures which are built on ley lines, right? And do you know what I think ley line is?
No.
Right. A ley line, right, is a line which goes across the planet, right? Now, they all kind of intertwine, right? But it's like where the earth is split up into sort of sections, right? These are ley lines, right? Now, these ley lines is where these things are built, right? Now, the pyramids especially are built on a ley line, right? And they're built bang on true north, right? And they're built the same as the Pleiades star system, right? So how could they know this to build it, right? So precise. They must have had help from above. I'm sorry. They must have had help from above. Otherwise, to get it so precise is just, no, it doesn't add up. You know what I mean, Kev?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I get you, man. I get you. What was I gonna do? I think we're gonna get Jace to jump back on quickly.
right, cool.
That's our
And
time
then-
almost running out. 2
Yeah,
seconds.
but Jarvis, thank you so much for coming on
Yeah,
and
listen,
chatting.
man,
with us.
it's been great talking to you. It's been great to talk everybody that's been tuning in. I'm just trying to give you a wee, what I think maybe,
That's the whole point of these podcasts are all about what people think, mate. It's not like what you know and what you don't know. It's what
100%.
you know and where we can go from it. You know.
I don't know
So
nothing, but
doubt yourself
you know.
or anything like that. I've genuinely enjoyed having you on. I think
Yeah.
people in the chat probably have as
Okay,
well.
guys, right, cheers.
Thank you
Back
very
on
much.
Jace
Steve.
now.
There she is.
Okay, guys. So I bet you have missed me.
We're gonna have to work out a way we can get us both on, so we can all chat
Yeah.
together.
So when I'm in, I'll tell you what. Actually, when I'm in the new place, we'll get something sorted. We'll have 2 cameras. So that went well, and I think that went well. And everybody is at home. I think you guys have enjoyed it. So what we're going to do is we are going to call it there because that is time. But next time we are going to have Jarvis back on, and we'll talk about other aspects of what he thinks on aliens, but we'll also talk about on his aspects on government. So Jarvis being 46, he's got his own views on things, and he's been there, he's been around, he knows his shit. So what we do, we will get him back on again. It'll be in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks. We'll get him back.
Can't wait, guys. I can't wait.
Yeah, he can't wait. He wants to do this again.
Especially
So,
about government shit. Sorry.
yeah.
Especially about
Yeah,
government
we can all go through our own thoughts on politics, government, and stuff like that. That's not a problem at all.
shit.
I got a few things I'd like to say. We can go into the COVID stuff.
Absolutely.
And,
Me too.
but obviously, like we said, thanks for Jarvis coming on and stuff like that. We really appreciate it. Guys, thank you for coming in and checking it out as well. Please,
Yeah, thanks, guys.
if you can, just give the video a like, man. That just gives us a little extra boost. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep an eye out for when our next one is on. Hopefully, we should be next week. Is it next
It
Wednesday?
will be next week. Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get another one going. It'll probably just be me and Jace next time, but who knows? Things change in a matter of a week, so
Absolutely,
we'll make a
absolutely.
few decisions. But we're going to knock it on the head there. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for your questions, your comments, and stuff like that. But yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with how it went tonight, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, mate. I'm happy too.
Guys,
Good.
give it a like. Let us know how you feel. Let me know what your thoughts are on the podcast, and we will see you next week.
Thank you very much.
See you later, guys.
Too many takers, not enough give. I let you be elusive.